Hey guys, it's me, your best friend Joe. Welcome to a deeply lore video. A video that's a long time coming. If you know, you know. Today we will be reading, so it's a 32-page PDF. We've been calling it the 34-page PDF, but Taylor has so kindly remade it once we learned what time I was born. I think if you scroll down, I think that is the one thing I saw on it. Oh no. I'm already unraveling. Half Moon Joe, born Little Rock, Arkansas, 1/27/88 at 8:40 a.m. So this is accurate now to my time of birth. Everyone, round of applause to Taylor. Thank you to them for, you know, this had to happen. And I'm very excited because I haven't read any of this. We're gonna review it. Maybe not all 32 pages, because Taylor was telling me some of these. Yeah, some of these are. Oh my God, that looks like math. I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. Oh, this was generated 11/27/21. This is going to be fun. I'm ready to have fun. What else was I supposed to say about this? This is the PDF of my astrological birth chart. I do not believe in astrology. I'm not affiliated with any of these things. We're gonna attempt to make sense of myself out of nonsense. The time generated. Yes, Taylor. Not that you downloaded this at work. But Truscali, thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate this so much. Listen, thank you so much. Keep those goos going in the chat. While astrology is not for me, I understand that some people put some sort of faith in it, and I do not. And that is what I think about that, and that is all. And as you can see, we've got our impressive green screen up. I will be in the PDF while reading the PDF. Let's see what this is all about. Your personal natal chart. Does natal? Does that mean birth? We're off to a great start. Let me just Google this. Define natal. Relating to the place or time of one's birth. Got it. This is off to a great start. I was a creative writing major. I do have a degree in that. Interpretations of the positions and aspects of your chart. So basically what they're saying is at the time that I was born, planets, stars, constellations were in a specific order in the sky, and that determines somewhat what my personality is. Bye, LTS. You're leaving at just the right time. With this report, you'll find out positions of the planets. The planets? Sun sign. I know my sun sign. I'm an Aquarius. That's sun, right? I don't know Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Is there a Pluto sign? Let me ask you all a question. Did the astrology community really get turned on its head when Pluto was no longer a planet? Can you imagine? Your whole life turned upside down. That's like when in the Chinese zodiac, I thought I was a dragon, but going by the Chinese New Year, I'm a rabbit. And I'm a rabbit. I wear the bunny ears in Animal Crossing New Horizon. If the time is birth is that, we don't need to apply this anymore. I know exactly what time I was born. Each paragraph, something. Let me tell you another thing. On the ACT, which is a college entrance exam, which I don't believe in standardized tests, but I really enjoy taking them. We're rabbits. I really enjoy taking standardized tests, but I don't believe they should be a standard for whether or not you get a scholarship or get into college. I scored a perfect score on reading comprehension. That was not meant to be laughter. That was meant to be. And I'm just saying that will probably help me with this. That will probably help me with this situation. We stand a flop who can read. The reading and reading comprehension were my best scores. I didn't really fuck with science. Science was okay. History was okay. Math was not good. The following table shows the position of the planets. So according to Taylor, it gets really juicy around page 8. So we'll just scroll through. I mean, I just want to ask y'all a question. What does this mean to you? Because I know that this means something to someone. This is like, oh, this is like the degrees in the sky. That's not temperature. That's the degrees in the sky. Pluto, Scorpio, 12 degrees. Now, is that Fahrenheit or is that Celsius? And I know that's an abbreviation for feet. But what is 29 feet? 5 degrees and 17 feet. Wait. Here's where I know. I love the cold. Aquarius, 1 degree. And I like the cold, and I love the cold. There you go. Oh, tropical. No. Too warm. Placidus, this is Mercury. See, this is what I'm talking about. Mercury, Venus. Wait, why isn't there an Earth? What happened to Earth? I just heard. Did you hear? I just heard. Oh no. Not girl, you're on Earth. I just heard. Did you hear what happened to Earth? I wouldn't be surprised if all the other planets wrote us off at this point. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Lilith. No, Lilith from the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Get out. Masculine, feminine, cardinal, my mom's favorite bird, fixed, Piggy's fixed, mutable, fire, earth, air, and water. All things that I enjoy, except for air. I don't really like wind. Oh, Aquarius is a wind sign. This is going to be a train of thought that derails unlike any you've ever seen in your entire life. And this stream will go down in history as the greatest mental derailment ever seen on Twitch. I'm just making word associations. Word association. See, that's why I love Chicago, because it was cold, but I didn't like it because it was windy. If you know, you know. Sugar and rainbows. Kenneth, great to see you. Thanks for sticking around for 2 full years. I appreciate that so much. Keep those skuz going in the chat. And Condalore. Aqua Solidarity. Speaking of Aqua, thank you for the bits. I appreciate that so much. And Stat M, thank you for the 9 months. Scorpio in the house. Keep those skuz going in the chat. I was reading about aquamation. Cremation, but in water and chemicals. Alkali? Something to think about. Planet, sun, moon. This is wild. That you can input your date of birth. Do you know what's wild? So I go to those websites. Is this page 8? We made it. Those websites that show you what the sky looked like when you were born. And you're like, oh my God, there were still stars in the sky that long ago. Also, I did take astronomy in college. I think I made a C. Initially, I took it because I thought it was astrology. Not into astrology now. That's not my cup of tea. But back then, I thought it was astrology, and it wasn't. And so I got a C because it was astronomy. And it was a lot more math than that I anticipated. My very first semester in college, I took astronomy. This birth chart shows positions of the planets for... Taylor, I love that you put my name in as halfmoonjoe. First of all, thank you for using my full name, halfmoonjoe. Wait, we should do one for Joseph and one for Boseph. More lore. My full legal name. Stars is wild. I did take everything in college. Let me tell you about my college experience. I took sewing. I took organic gardening. I didn't know what I wanted to major in for the first 2 years. Organic gardening. I rolled around in like a field of peas. It was amazing. Astronomy. One of the standout characteristics, we're getting into it, of those born under the sun sign of Aquarius is their unwillingness to follow the beaten track. Organic gardening. With advancement, y'all didn't even, this is gonna give me the biggest head y'all have ever fucking seen, okay? With advancement and progress on their minds, there can be an irreverence to old and outdated ways of thinking and doing things. You know what? That's a little bit true, because I am, like, I worry a lot. Okay, first of all, I don't attribute that being true to when I was born. I think that's baloney. That's baloney! But I do agree with it as a coincidence situation. Because I always worry. So I read a lot of books that take place like 100 years ago, and I look at the way people think, and I'm like, oh God, they were dumb. And I think, well, just that their ways of thinking were anti-progressive. And not Aquarius is such a streamer sign. Not it begins with coincidence. I always think that I'm too progressive for the time period I live in, and I worry that people in the future are going to look back, and I want them to know that I was on their level. You know what I mean? I feel like I need to ride it out and be like, don't worry, y'all. I know. I get you and I feel you. Do you know? I worry about that. Dumb. Aim to free themselves of personal and social conditioning. That's true. Open to change in theory. This is all, okay. Okay. It begins. Although open to change, see, they give you both things. This is where it gets you. They give you both things. They're saying you're stubborn, but you're open to change. So you're like, it's right either way. It's right either way. I know that's, listen, I understand, but I just love it. I mean, I don't love it. It just gives you whatever you're searching for. It's fun and flirty. Okay, we can say that. We can say it's fun and flirty. I think it gets a little concerning, you know, as people progress with it, I believe. But more power to you. Well, less power to you. Their idealism runs strong, but they can be very fixed on their opinions. Me? Stubborn? Often a bit aloof and even standoffish. Usually well liked. Okay, curious and observant and tolerant in a broad sense. We love to see it. So does this apply to me forever, for always? Or like if something changes? Usually. See, usually they know. Then you can't backtrack. See. Okay, that's totally fair, Emma. I get that. Not many things make sense to me, I will say. Yesterday I was reading. Do y'all want to know how much I unravel every single morning? Every morning, I unravel with a brand new Wikipedia article. And yesterday it was the historical proof of Jesus is what I was reading. And I was reading an AMA, and I was reading all of these Wikipedias and this literature and stuff. Every day, I spiral and unravel with a brand new topic. I never know much about any of them. Sometimes I just read headlines. Beware. Generally very clever, witty, and intellectual. I did fail the AP calculus test. Prejudice and bias is offensive. That's true. Aquarians are generally very, we read that, but I'll read it again. Clever, witty, and intellectual. Not the American Music Award. You know, sometimes you can get all you need to out of a well-written title. And that's on titles, sis. I had a job once where it was to help title. I was in a company and I helped title the daily videos for YouTube for what to get clicks. Not tidal waves. They value progress and frankness. I love progress. I do love frankness. It's difficult, but actually though, I don't like frankness because I made the mistake yesterday of Googling. I don't Google myself anymore. Like literally at all. I have no interest in that. I don't want to see any of that. And it's never good. I was working on the halfmoonjoe wiki, or like trying to research something for it, and I came across something about me, like people talking about me elsewhere, and I was like, oh God. I don't need that. I don't need that level of frankness. I need to research myself because I have such a bad memory. Like I forgot about the hula hoop stream. It's difficult to throw Aquarians for a loop. However, we're very good at hula hooping. They're generally on top of things. That's true. I can, you know, we got great mods around here, but I'll catch you too, you know? They'll try to get you to see through superficiality and encourage you to be open and forthright. Be true to yourself. Don't follow the crowd. Oh, very Lizzie McGuire movie. Maybe that's why I like the Lizzie McGuire movie so much. Canada's supposed to be metric, but most manufacturing industries... In more precise, they'll use metric. Interesting. I'll pass it on. Thank you, Taylor. That is true. I did say I spiral every day. I did say I spiral every day. Hey, Andy! Oh my gosh, that's awesome! I hope they went well. Any attempt to box them in will likely fail. I'm trying to read these and then like relate them to something that's happened in my life. This turned into a therapy session. We're over it. I'm trying to read these, yeah, and be like, so I would say, as someone who makes content for the internet, it is hard to box me in the sense of, but like in a bad sense. In that people like boxes. People love boxes. They love labels. They love organization. However, they see me and they hear me and they think, and it confuses some people, I think. And to my detriment, where they're like, I don't know where this belongs. I don't know where this person belongs. And I think it has worked to my detriment. Something to think about. Something to think about. They'll happily return the favor. Not true. I'm never happy. They will treat people from all walks of life as equals. True. Equality and fairness are hallmark. Y'all can't ever say I'm not fair again. It's right here. It's written in the stores. If you're quirky and different. Not quirky and different. So I went to a tarot card reader when I was moving from Philly. Oh, Comic Sans. When I was moving from Philly back to Arkansas, when I did that move. And I remember one of the things that stuck with me that she said, I just did it for fun. I used to go to a tarot card reader every time I would move somewhere else. And she said that I like to do a lot of different things, but because I like to do all of these different things, I'm never like an expert or good at any of them. And it was true. But I think you could say that to anybody. Unless they're like a pro football player, and then you're like, oh, you specialized in one thing. You can do that. Short description: independent, autonomous, and has progressive ideas. Weakness: an unusual, rebellious, and revolutionary spirit. I wouldn't call that a weakness. Aquarius is ascendant with Pisces. My sister's a Pisces. All right, here's where we get to the Comic Sans. The 12th house? I want to be in the first. You have a tendency to be introspective and need some space. Oh, so they're saying you're introverted. That's true. You may avoid the spotlight. Me streaming on Twitch right now to 235 people. And if you do find yourself in a public role, you tend to hide your true self behind that. Yes and no. Let's get into it. Let's examine that further. Not the house of Bosef. Is this me? The me that you're seeing now. Crisis. Time for a crisis. Is this me? Something to talk about with my therapist. I would think that this is an exaggerated form of me. When I'm streaming, my opinions are, well, I was gonna say my opinions are a lot stronger, but they're also very strong otherwise. But when I'm talking to the computer, I'm more likely to voice the stronger opinions. Not my true authentic self. Such as if I meet someone in real life who happens to have a different opinion, I'm often not as yelling as I am here. Even though I do think I am right. Yada, yada, yada. Your will is directed inwards. You got to find a path to yourself that allows you to get away from it all. Okay, so this is more just introvert stuff. You shine when you serve others in some way. Maybe. Your compassion. Now we're getting to the root of it. Sets you apart from others. But try to work with it rather than let your compassion work against you. That doesn't even make sense. When it doesn't make sense, I scroll. I would say a more exaggerated, more confident version of myself online. Amplified. Exactly, HB. The real me is a Southern girl with her Levi's on and an open heart. Yeah, I'm more on stream. That's a good way to put it. I'm just extra. I can't help it. We still have 22 pages to go. You may be prone to inner tension and negative self-destruct. Who isn't? When things are going well, you suffer from fears that something will come along to... Oh, that's true. Constantly worrying. True. The rug will be pulled out. Oh, that is true. Self-fulfilling vibes. You possess tremendous power and strength. I need to stop fearing the strength. You can be one of the most effective, insightful, helpful, and healing person around. The grammar in that sentence is wrong. This is Showtime, Joe. I kind of collapse after the streams. It's okay. Not it's okay if you cry on camera. Oh, that's true. I do have weak shoulders. You can be intensely dissatisfied with your personal accomplishments. I would be if I had personal accomplishments. You put a lot of pressure on yourself regarding your own endeavors. True, but less than I used to. You can be quite dissatisfied with your creative self-expressions. Oh, that's true, because I have a lot of TikToks lined up for exactly the right moment. Not heal me, Joe, please. Emily Dogboat. Is it in the stars or is it... I think a lot of it's just my actual depression, too. Thank you so much for the bits, Emily. I appreciate that. I think my Lexapro helps a lot with some of this. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Emily. Crabs. I was reading this article the other day about crabs and how they've evolved and devolved. They've come into existence and out of existence so many times over the evolutionary cycle. Like, evolution just keeps making crabs. You can't fucking get rid of crabs. Like, every time they all go extinct, evolution's like, sis, we want crabs. They're good. Crabs are great. Crabs are it. You can't never get rid of them. I'm not even talking about lice or whatever. Crabs are in. Crabs are the mood, hunty. And what was I talking about? Oh yeah, my TikTok. You want to hide your expressions from others until you feel the output is right. That is so true. I keep my TikToks until the time is right. Inability to express or reveal your true personality. We've discussed that. You struggle with the deep need to control yourself and life itself. I'm a control freak, we know that. You're especially sensitive to criticism. We know I don't Google myself anymore. You feel the need to redo yourself often. How many usernames have I had? How many different channels have I had? Tell me something I don't know. If there's a marked fear of losing control, it might stem from some traumatic event in childhood. Maybe being gay. Probably. Threatened by change. You know what? I'm not threatened by change. I really enjoy change, but I don't like bad change. Phases? Me? I've never had phases. The only phases I have are the phases of the moon, honey. Fish and milk? That was a lifestyle. That wasn't a phase. Longboarding? Pennyboarding? Ukulele? Melodica? Not the Phases song. Monica, thank you for the bits. Oh no, not the Virgo chart. Listen, my Aquarius heart goes out to you. Thank you so much, Monica. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for the bits. Melodica. Yeah, I got a Melodica over there. I learned to play Amelie on it, and then I quit. Oh, the moon. See, this is what I never understood. Because you only hear about sun signs. I don't know what moon sign is. The moon represents the emotional responses, unconscious predestination, and the self-image. Now, what does unconscious predestination mean? Does that mean anything? Or is that just something that's just words on a screen? The moon sign shows how a person expresses themselves when at home, at ease, and comfortable. Oh, that's the Bosif side. Okay. I'm a lunar Taurus. Taurians. A lunar Taurians. Destiny. Oh, I don't believe in destiny. I don't believe in that. Moon cow. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. It's all making sense. These people are earthy and strong-willed. They feel with their senses and rooted in their way. No, I change very often. They revel in material comforts. I'm exactly the opposite. I am minimalistic. Every few months, I give away like everything I own, and I'm over it. Absolutely. When I moved to DC, I had like 4 boxes. That's it. That's it. It isn't wise to try to push lunar Taurians into doing anything. But once they've made a commitment, they're persevering. That's true. Y'all pushed me to read this PDF, and I'm persevering. Oh, I already know my Myers-Briggs. That's INTJ, and I definitely believe in that more than this. The heated shawl? That's a necessity. Oh, Pokemon cards? Maybe. There's a steadiness. The conservative streak in these natives. A lot of these words don't make sense inside of the sentences. They tend to go out of their way to avoid messy or unpredictable situations. Who doesn't? I don't truly believe. I mean, I guess I do believe, because there are reality televisions, that some people are into drama. But I think that's very rare. I think some people do love chaos. Not Libras. My son is a Libra. Gemini's, Libra. See, y'all could say anything. Lunar Taurians may not easily recognize their partner's need for change, growth, or emotional stimulation. Moons and Taurus natives are generally very romantic. Sentimental and warm. I mean, yeah, everyone has a sentimental and warm side. See, I feel like here's where astrology gets people. a lot of people, okay, so we watch movies, we watch cartoons, we watch TV shows, we see characters. Very rarely do we see an actual human being portrayed on a screen. I'm getting into it, we're getting into it right now. People don't like watching humans. People like watching characters. A character is a lot more two-dimensional than a human. It's someone who's mad all the time. It's someone on Bob's Burgers. It's a character who's mad all the time. It's Louise, who's always at a 10. Do you know what I mean? Nobody is like that all the time. That doesn't exist. And so I think that's where astrology gets people, is because astrology is like, sometimes you're this, but not always. Sometimes, but not really. And so astrology is like telling everyone they have balance when we already know. We should already know that we have balance. You're not meant to be a character. You are, Linda. And then people try to become characters. Anyway. Rarely make a move, have reliable instincts. Very reliable. I'm always there on time. Very much tied to the physical world. What other world is there? What other world is there that's proven? The physical world is all that exists. Right after I say that, like, everyone believes a little bit of everything, I'm like, no! One world. What other, are they talking like spiritual relation? Because there's no other proven, just so y'all know, there's no other proven world than the physical world. Not that's just such a moon Taurus thing to say. Many moon and Taurus people hang on to their mates, even in the face of serious conflict. There is a serenity to them. Would y'all say watching me is serene and makes you calm? Oh, I guess the virtual world, but that's still rooted in the physical world. Not the mirror world. Not fucking Alice in Wonderland world. Raise your hand if you find me serene and calming. Oh, stream naps, that's true. Stream naps are important, but sometimes I scream. It takes a lot to really get to them. Not true. I cry. However, they do get off-center every once in a while. I'm always off-center. They're not the most adaptable people when their own routine is interrupted. That's for sure. I'm still hurting from just like sitting on a plane for like 2.5 hours. It threw me. Anal? Though some lunar Taurians might be considered anal. This should read, so though some lunar Taurians might consider anal. Rarely are they spontaneous. I really don't like surprises. I don't like Christmas gifts. The world of the five senses is all important to these things. The world of the five senses is important to everybody. That's why people struggle when they lose one in our society, when they lose one of the senses, because our society is built to cater to people who have all five senses. That's why when people are losing their sense of taste and smell. Anyway, the world of the five senses, yada yada yada. Short description, we should have gone here first. Sweetness itself. The embodiment of sweetness. Convinced of their ideas and strong-willed. He is foresighted and willful. He knows how to trust. I don't. He appreciates all the good things in life. He appreciates and protects nature. Possible issues, excesses in pleasure, laziness, sensuality, thoughtlessness. I can get on board with thoughtlessness. I think I'm too empathetic, if we're being honest. Britt the G, thank you so much. We got a first-time sub. Thanks for being here. Keep those skuz going in the chat. Welcome, welcome. This is exactly, first of all, the moon is in the third house. What else does need to be said? Highly imaginative, difficulty concentrating, fantasizes frequently, unravels frequently, important studies. Now listen to this. This is where we're getting. Very responsive, communicative, and curious. You have a talent for imitating others and for picking up on languages. Y'all been calling my accents bad for years. And now I know that y'all are wrong. The houses, it's like Harry Potter. That's what it means. It's like you're a Slytherin moon. Imagine basing your entire existence over like which Harry Potter house you sorted yourself into when you were like 12. Imagine. Accents, well, it says languages and accents. Imitating others. See, imitating others. So that's accents. Not Hufflepuff Mercury. Intellectualize your emotions, yes. Rather than truly feel them and deal with them, yes. Or, so this is both. You might either do this or this. The opposite. Some of you may do both at different times. How is this real? How is this real? How is this real that it says you do everything? Requiring frequent changes of scenery. I do like moving. Negative 154 square between the moon and Mercury. You love to chat. That's why we're here. We're just chatting. Enjoy storytelling and writing/poetry. Bending the truth? Mwah? Never. And you possess a sparkling wit. Y'all, this is gonna make my head so big. Y'all don't even know. This is gonna make my head so big. They better say something bad about me. Even the bad things aren't bad. Even the bad thing. I already know the bad things about me. I'm just not gonna change them. And so, I mean, I do go to therapy. I have a therapist. And so, yeah, I'm open to changing them. Some things. Some of the things. Not in what are they? I'm not listing them. There's too many. We'll be here all day. If I start listing the things wrong with me, we'll be here all day. You can be emotional to the point of irrationality at one moment and logical the next. Oh, I see the word kooky. You have a tendency to misrepresent yourself with what you say from time to time, but you're a charming, if a little kooky, friend. Hey guys, it's me, your kooky friend Joe. Is that the new opener? Hey guys, it's me, your kooky friend Joe. Hey guys, it's me, your kooky moon touring friend Joe. Kooky! Not kookussy. Oh, I love cookies. Not listing out everything wrong with you medically. I daren't. I daren't. If he is happiest in his own little imaginary world, which you guys totally buy into, by the way. Y'all enable me with this. You can be happy nowhere. Oh, fuck! They can be happy nowhere because he can never find his ideal world on the outside. And this problem can create a lot of change, instability, and disquiet. Oh, so I'll never be happy. So I should stop trying. Okay. Okay. Pop off, sis. Should we not necessarily loud or flamboyant. He has a quiet way of stirring others. He has a quiet way of stirring others up. I do like to start things and then distance myself from them. Not this. Not this. You know what? I'm already on the highest dosage of Lexapro. They tell me I can't have any more. Is that what what you want? Because let me tell you, you're never gonna get it. It said quirky a lot. Can we, what page are we on? 13? Is there a control F? I don't even know what this program is, if I'm being honest. I don't even know if there's a find function in this program. I don't think there is. This is like a light PDF reader. They literally tell you how you want to. That's like when I say Avatar by M. Night Shyamalan is the best movie. I just like pissing someone off. They really got me. Likes practical jokes. I really hate practical jokes, but I do like raising eyebrows. Very fair and objective, I would say that. A quirky way of looking. Yeah, quirky. So let's go to the sextile. Oh, these are very short. So these are short. So Mercury is my 129th sextile between Mercury and Jupiter. Oh, never mind. This isn't short. How can they say this much about somebody? How does it say just the same thing over and over again? What does it say? Is there a find? I don't see a find. Oh, it's down here. It's down here, isn't it? Okay, we're on page 14. Quirky. I'm just quirky. I can't help it. It doesn't tell me how many there are. Let's just count. 1, 2. Oh, excuse me. It only says I'm quirky twice. Excuse me. I scrolled past you prefer not to focus on the facts. I'm very factually orientated. I orientate the boom. What does that word mean? Define erudite? Having or showing great knowledge or learning. It's true. The rumors are true. And will usually be successful. Do you know what? This is kind of true. If I'm feeling it, if I'm not feeling social, it's shut down. We're going to be sitting in silence. You better not talk to me about the weather. It's over. Just everyone be quiet. But if I'm like feeling it and I'm in the mood, I am social butterfly, hostess with the mostest, charming, here to charm. I've baked you muffins. Oh, let me get you a second muffin. Etc., etc. But otherwise, I'm either that or I'm completely shut down. There's no between. With guests, I'm one or the other. This is not this. Intelligent, big ideas, huge. Tolerance, strong sense of justice. Good sense, feet on the ground. Gift of gab. Here we are and just chatting. Losing viewers by the minute. Precise, strives to be mentally organized. I will say wrong to that. Precipitous? Does that mean I perspire a lot? Oh, that's perspicacious. Define perspicacious. Having a ready insight into and understanding things. So they could have just said, he understands things. I didn't understand that word. So that's a no. Binds intelligence and originality together with genius. Love literature, but I do prefer nonfiction. Spontaneous. It just said I wasn't spontaneous earlier. Oh, in my friendships. No. People meet me and then the friendship's over. Opposition between Mercury, Lilith. Provocative in speech or communication. I have had to delete some tweets. Oh, as someone who is erudite. Persimmons? We had a persimmon tree in our yard at the house I grew up in Arkansas. Might be someone who holds back his sensuality. There's no sensuality here. Intelligent and with quick and lively reflexes. That is true. I've had to call 911 before, and I was wham, bam, boom, bam, boom, on top of the situation. I was like, get me a towel, get me a bucket. I'm calling 911. Get him over here. This is where we go. I'm standing on the phone with you. Prop him up. Prop up that body. I was on top of it. I'm really good in panicky situations. Here's why I'm really good in very stressful, panicky situations. All day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, my mind does nothing but replay the possibility of disaster in every situation on a repeating loop over and over and over again. I'm exhausted. But because of that, I am always professionally, mentally prepared for anything that could happen. And that's how I stay on top of things. Sounds healthy, sis. Oh, exclamation point. You can do exclamation point sub goal. I did update it. I'm going to be baking the Nancy Drew cake and potentially dressing up as my Animal Crossing villager. Not when the disaster happens, I start crying. Not me. You know what's in my tote bag? My brain is, yes, it is boot camp, boot camp, boot camp, boot camp, always. That's why every time I'm at the doctor, I'm ready for anything. My heart rate, 175, 375 easily. At the doctor's office, ready for any kind of news. Ready for that news, sis. Well, here's the thing, though. I think if I had to do that, so mentally it's exhausting, but if I had to physically, like, be a first responder, oh my God. They've got to be them, nurses, doctors, best people in the entire fucking world. Because I would completely collapse. And they deserve to collapse. Honestly, with what they're going through at this moment in time. I couldn't deal with it, and I wouldn't blame them for not being able to deal with it. It is wild. But I would definitely, if there's too much pressure, I unravel. As we know, I tweeted about unraveling earlier. And talked about it for 30 minutes before the stream. Venus in Pisces. Okay, now here's where we can scroll down until... Oh, the first house. The first house. Oh, this one doesn't give a summary. That's okay, I have reading comprehension. Bye, Ashley. Good luck. That's awesome. Kaylee Waitley, thank you so much. First time sub. I appreciate that. Keep those skis going in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Venus and Pisces people project themselves as dreamy, soft-hearted. Dreamy? I've been called a lot of things. Feisty, which is a euphemism for rude. Feisty? Never dreamy. Never dreamy. Everything about the way they flirt promises a lovely... Oh, promises a lovely time, but then it's not. Theirs is an elusive charm. They are sweetly playful, a little moody, and perhaps a little irregular. And they prefer to feel out. So, essentially, they're saying if I were single, I would open my... on the apps. You would ask more than just, so what are you into? I am very regular where it matters, and that's pooping. Hey, bro. Hey, bud. What are you into, bud? Looking for fun, bud? Just looking for fun, bud. Hey, bud. Into? Question mark? In, bud. In, bud. Just looking for fun. What kind of fun, bud? Oh. Yes, they are sensitive folk. Guilty. Lovers may find it maddening that this sensitivity is not only directed at them, but towards all of mankind. You know what, though? I cry while walking down the street. Probably more often than some people. Just like if I see someone having a hard time. I don't know them, but it gets me. And I have cried walking down the street several times. I don't know if you'd call that a straight voice. Kaylee Waitley, yeah, welcome. That's awesome. I'm glad you got to make a stream. Welcome, welcome. No, not an empath. I don't trust anyone who calls himself an empath. Pleasing Venus in Pisces involves enjoying tender moments and romantic times. You won't always be able to count on them. They will stretch the truth every once in a while. They fear they might hurt you. That's everybody. That's everybody in a relationship. Oh, what's this? These intriguing partners will reward you with a love that is accepting and comes as close to unconditional as humans can get. Truth. A ride or die. A ride or die. Oh, good to hear it. Great to see you. Thank you for the 18 months. Keep those goos going in the chat. Thank you, thank you. Y'all, the green screen keeps messing up and it feels like I have a ponytail. What is that? Who would play? Is that thing? Hold on. You're gonna see me roll into the distance. Don't let that concern you. I'm crawling out of the PDF. This is like The Grudge. I just crawled into the PDF. I merged with it. I already know what the rest of it says. And I'm back. I'm back from the void. Relationships get you out of bed in the morning. Seem to need an active romantic and sexual life to drive you. Especially in youth. Well, gay. Especially when you're young, there can be a real awkwardness with your social skills, even as an adult. Love and hate are very much mixed together for you. That didn't fix it. Is it this? What's behind me over there? Shh. 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 What if I sit like that? What is that? That's the exercise ball. It thinks the exercise ball's ahead. I will now be exiting the gig and and fading into the PDF once again. Ah! Woo! I'm gonna need some acetaminophen after that. It's still there. No, it's better. Oh man, that gave me a I shouldn't have spun. I shouldn't have spun. That is so fun. Is that in this? Does it say that that's... Oh, it did say I was quirky and kooky. It's still there. Chart says delicate to spinning. I know I shouldn't. Don't worry, I have some acetaminophen on the desk for later. As a treat for later. If I'm good today, I get to take 2 acetaminophen. And if I'm really good, I get to take the PM version. Oh, here's the short description. Passionate, he likes carnal desires and voluptuousness. He might go to excess and can often be unsatisfied. Should probably learn moderation. That is the opposite of me. Except with sugar. I love sugar. I like to eat sugar. Oh, I know, right, gal. I get the plain white ones now though, because the coating on those red ones tastes so good. Oh, I thought that said conjunctivitis, and it was predicting an eye infection, which I've already had this past year. Diplomacy and attractiveness. Okay, well, wait. Emotional and sex life. Venus and okay, so anything with Venus is sexy. I am so sorry. We've gone off the rails. Let's get back on the rails here. This is the point in the stream where it all falls apart. I'm starting to unravel very slowly. So I don't want to talk about this Venus stuff. We're gonna go right on to Mars. The desire for action and physical energy. Eye infections do depend on astrology? Do they have red M&Ms that are not in the Christmas ones? Mars is sex? This doesn't... Mars is in Sagittarius. So what's that? What's a Sagittarius? A horse? A centaur? Oh, Taylor, did you miss me spinning out? You missed me spinning out. We're on page 18. Don't worry, class. I hope you're taking notes. I burped and I spun out into the void and then I burped. I'll put it on TikTok. Mars is sex and aggression? What? There will be a quiz at the end of the stream. However, there will be no wrong answers because apparently I'm everything. When they get angry, they feel like running. Does that just mean like walking away from the situation? I don't get like super angry. Which is kind of like... I do have a lot to be angry about, if we're being honest. Like, angry at the world about, in the sense of, like, health insurance and, like, medical stuff that I don't talk about. But I don't get super angry, which is... I'm privileged to not have to get angry about a lot. You get low-grade angry a lot? I get... Justin has it. So Justin explained it well to me the other day. He explained me to myself, which was helpful. So I get mad, like little things. But with bigger things, I tend to see the bigger picture. And so I'm more rational about them because I look at them analytically. So like a big problem that may occur, I'm like, all right, there's no yelling. Who the fuck yell? I don't yell. Nobody yell. Don't yell. Talking about things is great. But like I was talking about in the podcast, I'm the worst person to travel with because if we are 5 minutes late, I am upset and I am passive aggressive. No, I don't yell. I never yell. And I calm down very fast, but I'll be like, we are 5 minutes late. Or it'll be like, can you put your shoes on any slower? Or, you know, something, you should have put your shoes on 30 minutes ago. Something like that, you know, and then I'm over it. And so over the little things, that's where I need to work on. The bigger things, I'm fine. We can compartmentalize and maybe they'll blow up someday in the future. Playful and fun loving. They love friendly debates. I do not. I don't like being debated with at all. They can go to extremes. Some take it personally when you don't agree with them. Why wouldn't you agree after all? Well, especially, well, for one, you might, especially if you have planets in Virgo or Gemini, find plenty of holes in their arguments. Love finding holes. They haven't thought things through. So this is telling me that I'm always right. This is exactly what I needed to hear. It says youth. I don't need to read the rest of this. It says you think things out better, me is you, and therefore everyone else is full of shit. Okay, well that was good. Mars is in the 9th house. Oh, wow. A trine. Now that's a math thing, isn't it? Can fight for a particular ideal but might abandon it along the way. Me going through phases? Being less convinced than at the beginning of its virtue, or because he realizes that it is a losing battle. That's true. If it's a losing battle, I check out. That is very true. So my goal in reading this is to make y'all regret having me read this. That's the goal of it all. Bye, Swampel. Glad you got to be here. The goal is to make y'all regret this. Let's just define trine. Because I played a game called Trine once. An aspect of 120 degrees, aka 1/3 of a circle. As a verb, I think this is as a verb, of a planet be in a trine aspect with another planet or position. Jupiter trines Pluto all month. So it's when it's in an aspect of 120 degrees. Imagine thinking that matters. Why 120 degrees? Oh, trines are what comes easy to you? Oh. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Lilith! Oh my god, I love the first 2 seasons of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Love affairs are passionate. There's an instinctive understanding of intensity, the dark side of our natures, and passion. As a gay, we're all a little bit depraved. Conjunction between Mars. Good sense of organization. I do have a sense of organization, doesn't mean I do it. Oh, Jupiter represents expansion and grace. Oh, first of all, will pour a lot of his energy into achieving social and professional success. I think it's safe to say I've poured in not the full amount and achieved mediocre things over the years. Not trying. Jupiter, expansion, and grace. So what is that? What is it, like what I can work on? Expanding on things? Oh, my Jupiter is an Aries. Aries is, what's that? A bow and arrow? He attracts the most good fortune when taking the lead, initiating, inspiring, and demonstrating enthusiasm and courage. Me and every single fucking group project in college and high school. Aries is a ram. Is there a bow and arrow? I know there's that, those scales. Is there a centaur? Why did they pick these things? Like, why did they call it, why is Aquarius? Aquarius is a wind sign anyway, so why is it water? You know? Bow and arrow is Sagittarius. I thought that was centaur. Sagittarius is a centaur with a... Sagittarius gets a centaur and a bow and arrow? Pouring though. But yeah, why am I a wind sign though? Why did they think, oh, someone pouring out water would be perfect for this wind sign? Who did that? What's that? Fish are great. Fish are everywhere. You can pair them with milk. Trying between your serious, patient, so serious, honest, hardworking, orderly. Inclined to, I do think things over. Upright, usually law-abiding and respecting order. Okay. Quickly sizes up a situation and knows what's going on at a glance. Thirsts after knowledge. I do like reading headlines of articles. Once again, good organizer. He could meet a partner. Anybody could meet a partner much wealthier. First of all, anyone is much wealthier than me. First of all, that's gonna be anybody I ever met is much wealthier than me. I'm a millennial, sis. Okay. Trine between Jupiter. Lives the high life. Oh, yeah. Really, the lap of luxury. I wear the same hoodie like 5 times a week. Saturn. Contraction and effort. So far, I think that this one was the least about me. Jupiter, you got it wrong. You got it wrong. To death. Bye, Yibs. Glad you got to be here. Saturn's in the 10th house. Saturn in Sagittarius. Oh, I'm back on the Centaur. Own way of thinking about a subject. Own ideas about things. First of all, everyone has their own ideas about everything. He respects society and its rules, guide his conduct. Possible issues. Hard, unforgiving, rigorous, insensitive. I'm trying to be better about the unforgiving. Because when you're very unforgiving, you can't expect forgiveness for you. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Oh, they started cheering more when I said that. What can I say? What can I say? Insensitive! I have had to use the Notes app for apologies. A limited and narrow mind in rare cases. His upbringing is rigorous, consistent, or severe? I don't have a professional life. Serious, methodical, persevering. Would y'all describe me as serious, methodical, and persevering? Me who collapses. Me who... Y'all have seen me collapsing. Me who collapses, unravels. At the title of an article? It seems like it's getting less relevant as which the planets get further and further away, so maybe it gets less relevant. I'm reaching into the PDF for ideas, for knowledge, and it's just not going in. Methodical? Okay, I could see that. Calculating? Maybe. Maybe. Persevered? Not Breath of the Wild! Conjunction between Saturn and Uranus. He knows how to be on top of the situation. Ha ha ha, gay joke. He perseveres, is determined but ingenious. He's determined but ingenious and original. Very practical. Proceeds slow, too slowly. I'm still progressing. I've been making internet content for 14 years and I'm still progressing very slowly. Bound to achieve his objectives. So they're saying I'll make it big when I'm like 70. Life expectancy. Individual liberty. Egoistic. Not egotistic. Egoistic liberty. That's Sagittarius too. I had all these centaurs in me this whole time. And I never even knew it. Shy, delicate, but proud, bold, and lively. So let's look at these antonyms in this sentence. Shy and bold, antonyms. Delicate with lively, not necessarily antonyms, but could be. Hi, shy. So within the same sentence, it's contradicting itself. That's like saying, you're dead, but also alive. You're living, but you're also dying. You're flopping, but thriving, honey. Must have an independent career. You know what, though? I do come from a family of entrepreneurs. My pappy had his own business. You're Joe, but also Bo. My pappy had his own business. My dad has his own business. My sister has her own business. This is technically my own business. And that's my personal business. I have my own personal business. I'm not necessarily saying they're all successful. I'm saying it's an urge within the family. It's an urge within the family. Oh, is that Alanis Morissette? I'm like, Alanis Morissette, ironic. Is that Alanis Morissette? Ironic lyrics. Oh, y'all should have just sent me the lyrics to Ironic as the PDF and I would have read that. And that is what my birth chart is. Wildly creative with an odd but happy sense of humor. I do try to keep my sense of humor happy. It does get dark. It gets dark. But we try to keep it on the happy. Neptune represents transcendental liberty, non-ego. Now, what does egoistic mean? Having to do with the ego? Not egotistic, egoistic. Being centered or preoccupied with oneself and the gratification of one's own desires. Self-centered, opposite of altruistic. So it is like egotistical. So, but this is non-egoistic. This is not self-centered ego. Isn't the definition of ego intrinsically self-centered? We are learning new words. That means they made a typo. Oh, so they're the same thing. It's just a different way of writing egotistic. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. This. Oh, my Neptune. Finally, my Neptune's in Capricorn, which is a horn. That's an automatopoeia? What's the thing you put fruit in for Thanksgiving? A Capricorn. Don't you put the beef and the vegetables inside the Capricorn for Thanksgiving? Cornucopia. Oh, my Neptune's in Cornucopia. So what's a Capricorn? Yeah, that's a horn. Horned goat. So what's the difference between a horned goat and that ram thing? A Capricornucopia. Oh, she's a Capricornucopia. So what are the two? There's two rams. Bulls, goats. It's a goat mermaid? You're out of your mind. A sea goat? What the who looked up at the stars and saw a sea goat? Aries is a ram. Yeah, Capricorn's cool, but I don't know. I feel like y'all must be pretty fucked up. Neptune is in Capricorn. Friendships are unselfish, and he very much wants to belong to a group of like-minded people or to connect with a higher purpose. Not so much higher purpose. He is perceptive, able to see layers of a situation, drawn to learning what makes himself and others tick, and then exploiting those things to make them go off the rails. That's where I shine. Easily influenced, very sensitive and emotional. Unusual relationships. I mean, we're not like gym buds. Hey, Rob! Don't worry, it's been a hoot and a holler. We're learning so much about me. Layers about me. Condolor, thank you for the bits, by the way. I appreciate that so much. Keep those scoos going in the chat. Thank you, thank you. Don't worry, it looks like once we get to page 29, look how far we've gone. Y'all are really getting your sub goals worth. Okay, we're really going through it. Pluto represents transformations, mutations, eliminations. That's Scorpio. No, that's a Scorpion. Fear of betrayal. Yes. I think everyone has that. Sensual and passionate. Maybe. You weren't easily influenced. We wouldn't be reading the PDF. A triple Aries. Sun, Moon, Uranus. What is the triple? What's the third thing? Sun, Moon, and what else would they call you an Aries in? Oh, Shelby, I can make anything fun, as you should have known from reading this chart. I know you have access to it too, Shelby. And so I know that you should have known that when you were reviewing, I know you reviewed this chart. That I can have the gift of gab because I'm a cornucopia in Neptune. -1 square between Pluto to Lilith. I may lead a double life. Oh! Me on the internet and me in real life. Me on the internet versus me in real life. A secret love affair. I could never. But the secret doesn't last, or at very least there are different... Well, what about my love affair with cold brew? I have a love affair with cold brew. Cheater. Secret love affair. Otherwise, this aspect can point to scandals, whether or not they are real. I am probably one of the least scandalous people. And if there ever was a scandal, I think we'd be like, not we as in me and Justin, like if I ever had a scandal, I can't even think of a scandal I would be involved in. I just don't fuck with that. That's just not me. I just don't fuck with that. My love affair with my chat, that is complicated. That is complicated. That is not in my cornucopia. What's the Capricornucopia? My secret twin Bosef gets exposed. Willpower and ambition. First of all, everyone has willpower and ambition, so it makes us human. Just different levels. Almost always prefers to have his own way. Who doesn't prefer to have their own way? That's also part of being a human. Black Moon Lilith represents our... Oh, we get into Lilith! This is where I'm going to know everything, because I watched The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina seasons 1 and 2. Well, however they split it up. I didn't watch the end. Black Moon Lilith represents our darker, deeper natures that may be repressed or buried. Here we're getting into the gay. Lilith and Leo. We got the lion coming out. Okay. May have felt wrong for calling special attention to himself, for seeking the spot. Okay, this is true. I was talking about this with my therapist. I love what I do, but I don't feel, I feel, it's not that I don't feel great about what I do. It's just when someone is like, oh, you've really helped me recently with your streams or something, I diminish that in my mind to like a very large extent, in that I'm like, oh, what I do doesn't matter. Nobody, like, I'm shit. When people ask about their jobs, I usually say I usually tell people I'm a freelance video editor. So we diminished that. We definitely diminished that part of it. We are getting real deeper. And that was actually my homework for my therapist this week. So we're going to get into that later. That's for my therapy session. May feel uncomfortable with expressing these leonine traits. Needs to find ways to accept the very natural and human need for the applause. Lady Gaga, I live for the applause. It is true. I think my job is invalid. It is true. And I'm learning to be louder and prouder about what I do, because I love what I do. I fucking love being here every day. I get kind of sad on Wednesdays when I don't stream. Needs to find his blah, blah, blah. This can help put an end to extreme behaviors in these areas. Uh-oh. A period of remorse after he seeks attention and perhaps goes to an extreme. I do run my mouth a lot. On stream, not in real life. North Node, South node, lymph nodes. Feeling good today. Represents our overdeveloped character traits. Talented. But if we overdo it, we feel these something. I didn't misread that, so I'm not going to reread it. True North Node, Pisces. Here's where the fish and milk. Fish and milk, Pisces. His path is to learn to worry less and believe more. Overthinking and overanalyzing his life limits his growth. Learning to let go of perfectionism. Learns to pay more attention to mental health. I got a therapist in 2021. And emotional healing. And to relax the rules from time to time. I'm just learning how to be 30, flirty, and proud. Qualities to develop. Faith, I have 0. Belief, I have 0. Tolerance, it's small. Compassion for oneself, it's in the negatives. North Node in the first house. Brilliant and negotiating. I don't need to read anything else in that. Houses, Slytherin. And it defines me. Slytherin, and it's defined me for 20 years. Oh, thank you so much, Star. I appreciate that. Oh, y'all are sweet. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. I won't cry on stream. I'll go cry in the bathroom afterward. It's in my... I'm a cornucopia. Capricornucopia and Neptune. House 1 is the area of self-identity, the ascendant of a symbol of how one acts in life. The image of the personality as seen by others. So these are how y'all should see me, not necessarily how I see myself. So this is up to y'all to see if these are correct. It's not my problem. Ascendant in Pisces. Go with the flow. That is not me at all. The move about the world is a vaguely directionless, gentle manner. I move through the world. No. I move through the world in an angry, one direction. Pisces. They come across as artists and lovers of peace. Give them a chameleon-like persona. Though often quiet and shy, another day may find them talkative and passionate. Oh, great! You know, you're everything. Hugely impressionable. I'm the influencer. Have a dreamy disposition and project a soft-hearted personality. Do y'all see me as soft-hearted? Soft-hearted. Manic Taz, welcome! I'm glad you got to make a stream. Welcome. Glad you're here. Joe is stream, Bo is the podcast. Soft-hearted. Oh, thank you so much, Olga Tahira. I appreciate that. Goth on the inside? I don't even know. Soft-farted. You can ask Justin, that's not true. Yeah. I don't show it when I am soft-hearted. So probably, maybe that. Sees the world the way they want to see it at any given time. True. That's how everyone sees the world. So objectivity is not necessarily a strong point. I think I can be very objective when I'm not involved in the situation. Neither is decision-making. Oh. Decision-making's not my strong point? That's true. Whenever Justin asks what I'm in the mood for dinner, we are that gay couple who's like, I don't know, you pig. I don't know. What are you in the mood for? I don't know. And then we just don't eat. We haven't eaten in months. Because we can't figure it out. Renee, thank you so much for the 3 gift subs. I appreciate that so much. Once again, keep those goods going in the chat. Thank you. Oh, I totally get it, Taylor. I definitely don't think I come off as soft-hearted. Well, I guess what's the comparison? We have to know. In order to say someone is or isn't something, we have to know the standard. We have to know a baseline. So this is where we're flipping the script on its head. We need to look at this from all angles, which I do because I'm an Aries in something. Oh, this is very sweet. Thank you so much. I do love this community. I love streaming every single day. Thank y'all so much. Oh, good to hear it. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Oh my gosh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Monica, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate y'all saying that. Keep those skuz going in the chat. I'm slowly learning that over the course of 14 years. And now finally therapy. It's helping a lot, but it's great to hear. So thank you so much. Oh, resist any kind of labeling. We were just talking about being put in boxes earlier. The world loves putting you in boxes, and I have found I'm in between boxes at the moment. I've always been in between boxes, and so that's why I feel like people have a hard time latching on to me because they can't figure it out. They're like, we thought you were in this box. And that's the same with anyone. Nobody should be put into a box because it limits you. It's true. We're out of the box and into the PDF right now, Rob. See? I can reach within it. Oh my God, ordered sushi. You definitely deserve that fancy sushi. We got some last week from one of our favorite sushi places. And let me tell you, they have a spicy, crunchy tofu roll. And I always tell them, no spice, please. And they listen. They're the only place that will take the spice out of my spicy, crunchy tofu roll. And I love them for that. Their characters are changeable. They don't want to be pinned down or pegged. Not opposed to pegging. Restless, searching nature. They cannot be happy with any one way of living or being. Avoid cold, hard facts and harsh realities like the plague. They don't have a decisive plan for tomorrow. I have a decisive, and it unravels me every day. Every single day. Every evening I say, hey, Gramble, Google, but I don't want to trigger it. Remind me to do this at 8 a.m. I do the first couple things every day, completely unraveled. Throws the rest of my day off kilter. For the rest of the day, I'm spiraling. Get to the stream, get centered a little bit more. In the stream, don't know what to have for dinner, start spiraling again. Then tell my Google for the next day what to do, and it goes on and on. So, they're wrong about that. I'm very fine. I'm fine. Look for a stable partnership. Who doesn't look for a stable partnership? Who's looking for an unstable partner? The second house is the area of material security. Okay. So I'm Aries in house 2. Financial success is more likely when he uses entrepreneurial spirit. Okay, we are finally getting into some truth here. We got the entrepreneurial spirit. Impulsive spending. Are you telling me that the melodica, the accordion, the penny board, the longboard, the Tamagotchis, the Digimon, was impulsive spending? Oh, Margentical, what was my moon sign? Do y'all remember my moon sign? Okay, I'm on page 26. Oh, that was my moon. The moon is in Taurus. The bull. It's the bull moon. Cow moon. Oh, yeah, that's right, because the cow jumped over the moon. Won't ask for money. Preferring to be self-made. Well, I mean, but my job is also being, like, Patreon. Please subscribe. Where Mars is placed can show where money can be made. The third house is the area of social and intellectual learning. Not much traveling or taking on of a sudden... Wait. One is never better than when at home. True. When travel occurred, it is to comfortable and familiar areas. When I've left in my life... You only get half a moon sign? Stimulating the economy. I put that stimulus check right back into Amazon, sis. No. Whenever I've moved to places I've never been before. San Francisco and Seattle, I just literally packed up and went there. Never been. Chicago, had not been. Oh, I had been once when I was younger. DC, I visited for like a year. Oh, Taurus Moon Joe. I get it. I got it. Oh, half a moon sign because I'm half moon. I get it. See, it said I was dumb, so I'm not supposed to get things like that. I loved Chicago, and let me tell you, I would love to go back, but I don't like wind. I love the snow, but I don't like the wind. I do really love DC, but I do really miss Chicago. The area of home, family, roots, and deep emotion, sense of self-worth. Impossible to stay in one place. I do love moving around a lot. If the job is monotonous, I do get restless a lot. That's why I've changed what I do so many times. One offering a lot of change, but this offers a lot of change. I get to play new games. I get to do something new every day. Equally erratic love life. Not necessarily. The fifth house. Creative self-expression, romance, entertainment, children, and gambling. They really put children and gambling together. What'd it say? He said I was dumb. They're all way too expensive. But also the summer I spent in Seattle, the summer I spent in Seattle and San Francisco, a lot of it was like, in the summer, just really smoky from the fires. And there was a heat wave in Seattle when I was there, and there was no air conditioning, and it was not the move. May often be in love until one day he meets someone special. Not a gambler. Not true. First of all, very not true. I don't gamble, but I do love it. I love penny slots. I love going up to the penny slot machine, finding my machine. That's my machine. Getting the free drinks all day and gambling away. I only got to do that like 2 or 3 times in my life, but it was very fun. He is safe in a casino. Nobody's safe when I'm in the casino. Scotland is the windiest country in Europe? No. I'll have to like, they have these things. I'll just tie some string right here to hold my caps on. I'll tie some string. I'll try my hat on. Pleasure in home life. Cooking, sewing, that's true. Private and sensitive. Kind of true. I do enjoy my boundaries. How many houses are there? Ability to command, authority, weak point, the heart, and... Oh, shit! Wait. I thought it meant the heart like emotional. This is telling me I have a weak heart and weak arteries? This is not the move. That's not what I needed to hear today. Emotional security, happy old age, natural death likely, probably from the arteries. It's my soft heart. Oh, Renee, I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'm glad you got to be here. Thank you again. Yes, you have a great rest of your Tuesday. Thank you, thank you. Too soft-hearted, it hurt the arteries. Well, that's good to hear. The area of learning that shapes the identity. I thought it said the learning of shapes. When am I going to learn those things? When am I going to learn shapes? He likes long voyages, especially by sea. Might participate in regattas, enjoying risk sport. No, 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 no. Hate the water. I firmly believe we evolved out of that thing, and I'm not supposed to go back in. I don't even know how to swim. I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to float. I do not want to get on a boat. I will get motion sick. I did master triangles. That is true. But that's not the move. That wasn't the move. Not sports. Not regattas. You have to dress up for that too. That's a no. Material action. Oh, Sagittarius on the 10th house. Job involving travel, especially abroad. That's what I would like. Social and intellectual. Stable friendships. Don't know that. Composed, wise people from whose experience of life benefits and enriches his own. I don't want to read any of my friends. Education and emotion. Our karma, deal with endings and where we bury things. Friends can be complicated, perhaps bring predicaments. Now that is true. A drawing. Oh, these are the houses. I don't know what any of the symbols are except Aquarius. Oh, yeah, that's Aquarius, because water. Oh, wow. Enlarge this chart. Oh, there's a link. That the MC line in the chart's wheel aspect grid above is picking up aspects from Lilith and North Node as well as Midheaven. I hope to have this fixed. Oh, this is for the graphics. I thought that was making me spiral. There's the latitude, longitude, time that I was born. I was born the Julian day, 2447188.11. I really like the number 4, and that's in there twice. Well, this was all the public information that we already told. We knew where I was born. We knew what time I was born. Y'all know my birthday. So that's it. Julian, it's true. Compatibility for lovers. Oh, you can do compatibility charts. That's it! We did the whole 32-page PDF. That's who I am. Oh. Four is the color purple? Is 4 the color purple? I just like the color purple and I like the number 4. Do numbers have colors? That, my friends, not how do you refund Twitch gift subs. No refunds. That's Twitch's policy, not mine. And that, my friends with boundaries, was the halfmoonjoe chart of my life. And if you didn't know who I was now you have no damn excuse, sis. Because I will tell you one thing. Oh, her? That's who she is. Compatibility for Joseph and Bose. Not in, I'm out. Okay, oh wow, that did take, we streamed for 2 hours. Y'all, I kept that train on the tracks for 2 hours. I kept that train at least one wheel on the track for 2 hours. We never saw Taylor again. I am gonna end the stream there. But let me tell y'all, this was a hoot and a holler. I love this. I love that we met this stretch goal and I got to finally do this. This was so much freaking fun. Thanks to everyone who watched. Thanks to everyone who subbed in the gift subs. The Patreon patrons, the bits and donations. Y'all, freaking make these possible every single day of the week. Stay tuned. Thursday and Friday, we're doing the rest of last month's sub goal, which is, oh my God. Y'all picked the themes for my Animal Crossing villagers' houses. So we'll be doing that. What do we have a Nancy Drew crime scene. We have a Bosa's closet. They were great. I have them written down, but they're going to be freaking amazing. Love y'all so much. This has been a hoot/holler. I sounded too happy about that. I am happy. This was a lot of fun. Okay. Thank y'all again so much. Love y'all all. Stay hydrated. Stay well. Wear your mask. Get enough sleep at night. I will see y'all on Thursday. Not tomorrow. I'll be doing the podcast tomorrow, but I'll see y'all on Thursday. Thursday and Friday. Stay tuned. Also on exclamation point TikTok, because I've got some TikToks lined up that are super Aquarius. Love y'all so much. Bye.